Hi all, welcome to die.3dtech YouTube channel. Today's video will see how to make very simple plane for a beginner. Okay, so this plane name is called fish. Okay, it's a funny name, but it's very good plane for the especially for beginners. It's just 3-channel one, so it will have only rudder and elevator control. That's it. There will be no ailerons. So it's very simple and it's very good plane for beginners. Okay, so this I want to make it in very cheap material. So you can see here, this is a regular thermacoal. You can see, you can get it in stationery shops. It's very cheap one. So why I want to make it with this material is like I've seen one of the technique in YouTube, so where they are using very cheap thermacoal, and they are laminating with this paper, so that it will give kind of like a strength, so it won't break. So we need to laminate with this paper. Locally this paper is called butter paper or tracing paper. They'll say tracing paper. We'll laminate with this, so it will give strength, and it will give like it will bend. If any pressure is there, it will bend. So that we need to apply. So I'm using fevicol with water. So I'm using fevicol with water to apply this one. Okay, this one. So intention of making this plane is like getting Depron and all. It's very expensive, and no, it's very expensive, and it's little difficult nowadays to get Depron. So that's the reason I want to use the locally used material. This is a thermacoal. So okay, so if you put more pressure, it will break. So to prevent that and to give extra strength, I am laminating with this one. So this is the butter paper. So this will mix it with water, then we'll apply here and place the paper on it. Once this side is done, then other side also same, apply that water and the fevicol mix, and again add this tracing paper. So once it is dry, it's kind of like a it will give little strength and it won't allow this to break. So that is the advantage. And the main intention of making this plane is like I want to give a plane where they can build with very less expensive materials. Like this is this cost only just 30 rupees sheet. Okay, the sheet is like 30 rupees. So with this you can make a plane. So it's good. So I've cutted all these parts. So if you want, I will leave the link in description. So this is a very slow fly plane. So it will be fun to fly, especially for the beginners. I suggest this model, and making this model also, it's very easy. I'll show you how to make this model step by step. First, what I need to do is I've done cutting all these plans. So now what I will do, I'll laminate with this paper, then we can start building plane. So I'm taking 1:1 proportion. This one. Okay, mix it well, then this we can apply. So this is actually the horizontal stabilizer. Let's start with this. So you can take a brush or something. I am using a small piece of sponge and I am applying. So now take this paper, okay, just place it like this. We need to do the same thing here as well, so that we can remove the excess portion, or else you can cut now itself, also fine, that's up to you. I'm just removing excess. So let it dry for some time. Meantime, you can do it this side. So this side also. So I have done lamination, means that butter paper one for both sides. So here and here I did every part I did the same like this. So let me explain how this will work. So let me show you. This is the just normal thermacoal without any lamination. So when I bend, see, it is breaking easily. See, when I'm trying to break, see, it's breaking easily, it is breaking, see, like this. So you can see here, this is laminated one. See, I'm just trying to bend. See, I'm from maximum. So this is the advantage of this lamination. So for better understanding, I'll take without lamination, with the lamination, and let's bend together. Let's see how this thing. See, it's breaking. See, this is the advantage. See, I'm just trying to bend here. See, it's breaking, but the lamination one is not breaking, and it's bending as per however you want. Once you do, it's like normal. So this is the advantage of doing this. So I really like this method. So thank you very much for this method, like MakerHand YouTube channel person. So thank you very much for this idea. So it will save a lot of money, and it's like kind of like a indestructible. See, so we can start the build now. So first we'll go it in one order. Like first we need to place this part. After that we need to place this part like this. Okay, so here actually it will come here and it will go like this. Okay, so first I will attach this and this, then on top of this we need to attach this one, right, like this. So I will do this, then I will be back. So this is ready. You put little extra glue here for extra strength. Okay, so whatever is enough, you can put little more, so for extra strength, so it will join well. Okay, so now let's place this one on top of this. Now we need to place this piece here. So now we can place the top. So it's broken, but it's fine. We can do something for this later, or else just add simple. Later you can remove it, just for time being you can add this. Horizontal and vertical stabilizer. So before we place horizontal stabilizer, just we need to give a crease here. That is for the control surface. So here what we can do is we can add a tape. You can add cello tape. Just this we need to give a 40 degrees angle, please. So we should get this moment. Okay. Okay. Still that you just trim it both edges. So now we need to place this on top of here. So you can take these two as a reference, then just place it like this and then glue it. MakerHand. So this is the vertical stabilizer, and the original creator of this plane, he suggested when I made the first plane, so he suggested remove around 2 inches from the vertical stabilizer for the more better flying experience. So I'm just cutting 2 inch from here to here. It's around 2 inch. So he suggested 2 or 1.5 inch. So I'm removing 1.5 inch here. So you can cut it. I did this earlier, so everything went well. So I'm doing the same thing. Even when you make also, just chop off 1.5 inch from a original size. Okay. So here also we need to make control surface. So I have to cut it. So this side you can add same cello tape. We already have paper, but anyhow it is safe to so remove excess. So you can see here this one also. So this is the rudder, so this I will place it on top of. Okay. So you can add bamboo skewers. So this will help this vertical stabilizer stay straight. So it's ready now. Okay, so almost everything is ready. Just we need to put create a wing and place the motor mount here. So now we need to work on wing. So I already have 2 space, so that's why I'm not making now, but I'll show you how to make this one. It's very simple. This consists of 3 parts. One in the center, you can see here, this is one part, and this is another, like this. So while making, you need to make this separate and this separate. After that you can attach all together. So making this shape, it's very easy. You can see here this tip. So this is the guide for folding and getting this shape. And you see in the plans, if you see, this is the center portion. You can see here, center portion. You can see lines. See these black lines for cutting. So you can cut. So you will have to cut 1 and 2. So you can take this as a guide, and you can, so like this, you need to attach. Once you do this, see, you will get the shape. You can see here, you will get the shape like this. So like this. Okay, like that. So in this you will have some marks also. So you can see here dotted line. So dotted line is reference for ribs. So like this. So like this is the center portion. This will have 2 ribs, one here, one here. So you can match these lines with this, then you can create. Once it is done, so you can attach these 2 so that you will get this polyhedral shape. Okay, so it's very simple. Even this sides also similar. You can see this is also will have the same shape. So you can see here dotted line, that is for the reference. So like this, you will get the shape. Okay, so once you have done this, then you can place it like this. Here one, and another one will go here. So here this is the reference. See, it is same. Here one, here one, here one, here 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, totally we have only 4. 1 for the wing, 2 for the center portion, 1 for the side tip. So it's like that, 4. So you can take this as a reference and you can make the shape like this. Okay, so like this you can make the wing. So you take this as a reference and just do these cuts so that it will allow foam to bend like this. Okay, like that. Okay, so like this you can make the wing. Okay, for reinforcement, you can add some tape here and here. So these 2 I added for the rubber band, so make sure that rubber band is not cutting the foam. So this will help to prevent that cutting. Because of the rubber force, it won't go through the foam, so it will help foam not cut by the rubber. So you can add these 2 just like that. Okay, so now we can install the motor mount. This is just a plywood piece. So I just made some holes based on my motor. So I just marked like this. Okay, so like this. So now I will attach this one here. So here what I will do is don't put motor mount in height. So don't place it here. So don't try to place it here because it will be too high for the thrust line. So see, it will be very high from thrust line. So keep it little below, something like this. So give this much gap. So to give an idea, what I will do is I am just giving 3 centimeters gap. I am leaving gap from top to this mount. So like this. So the gap from here to here, it will be 3 centimeters. So what I will do, I will mark So you leave 3 centimeters gap, then you attach the motor mount so that it will be close to thrust line. Okay, so I will mount like this. Okay. See, here it is not open, it is closed, so now we need to make a way for entering inside this. So I need to cut. To make a way, we need to cut like this, but I don't want to cut this much long. Again, it will reduce the strength, because we are cutting, it will reduce the strength, so I don't want to cut this much big. So what I'll do, I'll just cut very less and little. So just for accessing, just like this I will cut. Okay, small one, so that I can place the battery and all, that will be easy. So because of that lamination, it is kind of like a strength, so it's not breaking easily. So now we have access here, so you can add tape so that you can open and close.